to Unews for Tuesday, October 1st. I'm Andrea Linares. Thanks so much for joining us today. House Democrats are trying to move quickly in the impeachment probe, getting documents and speaking to key witnesses in the Ukraine scandal as the president and his allies fight back. In the latest twist, President Trump's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, has been subpoenaed. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo tweeted he is concerned by House Democrats' calls to depose state officials on Ukraine, calling the request an attempt to intimidate, bully, and treat improperly the distinguished professionals from the State Department. Meanwhile, support for impeachment continues to grow, not just among Democrats, but also independents and Republican voters. This as the Senate Majority Leader says that a trial might be unavoidable. Lorraine Cáceres has the latest details.
And even though Congress is in recess for the next 2 weeks, lawmakers are not putting the brakes on this process, starting with hearings and depositions before the end of this week. Andrea, back to you.
Lorraine, thank you so much for that report. And now with us to analyze the latest is legal analyst Joseph Moreno. He's a former federal prosecutor. Joseph is now to a U.S. citizen facing charges, accused of being a covert agent and passing classified information to China. Prosecutors say they have video of him conducting so-called dead drops, the kind of thing you see in spy movies. Rafael Rodriguez has the latest. And we have much more still ahead. There are now 14 confirmed vaping-related deaths here in the United States. On Monday, Nebraska announced the state had its first death due to severe lung disease associated with vaping. And concern continue in the wake of so many vaping-related illnesses. One recent California high school graduate also finding himself in the intensive care unit over the summer. He believes that his terrifying trip to the hospital was all because of vaping. And as Juan Carlos Gonzalez reports, he's still feeling the effects. Carlos. And now for more on this, let's go to Erica Sword. She's the National Assistant Vice President of Advocacy for the American Lung and Drug Administration, and also the Drug Enforcement Administration have issued joint warning letters to several website operators illegally marketing and selling opioids. The letters call New Child Victims Act as temporarily doing away with the statute of limitations for child sex abuse claims, giving victims 1 year to pursue older claims in court. Since the law went into effect, the Roman Catholic Church, particularly in New York State, has been slammed with lawsuits. Fabiola Galindo has much more.
That more victims of sexual abuse will come out of the shadows. Their window to file a lawsuit closes in August of 2020. In New York, Fabiola Galindo, Unews.
On Monday, California Governor Gavin Newsom signed into law a bill that will allow college athletes to profit from endorsements. It could be a landmark move by the state, and it's an act that could radically transform the face of college sports in America. Luis Mejia explains. After the break, catering park chaos. Death on a reservation in Tucson, Arizona. That's where investigators say a man admitted to killing his 6-year-old son during an attempted exorcism. He told investigators he was trying to cast out a demon when he held his little boy under boiling hot water. Ricardo Arambari has the horrific details. Sorry. And after the break, protest and unrest continues. Mexican musician Jose, affectionately known as El Príncipe de la Canción, passed away over the weekend at the age of 71. But as people around the world continue to mourn his loss, his family remains in a bitter dispute about what should happen with the singer's body. Gianni Aponte has more. Let's now go to Annabelle Sedano with today's tech stories, kicking things off with news of an iconic brand that's integrating technology into its clothing. Annabelle.
Hi there, that's right, and we begin with this. Levi's and Google are launching a new... I doubt that. I'm Annabelle Sedano, and that was your daily dose of tech news. Back to you.
Is now standing by in our newsroom with a preview of what we're working on for hour 2 of Unews. Lorraine, what do you have for us?
Thank you so much, Andrea. We're monitoring a major story out of Texas where a jury has found Amber Geiger guilty of murder. She's the off-duty police officer accused of shooting an unarmed African-American man after she entered his apartment by mistake. A Hollywood actress now in hot water in Florida will tell you why she was arrested and what authorities are now saying. And also in Florida, a family returning from a trip to Disney World fell victim of a carjacker, a young child and elderly trapped in that car as the suspect drove off. That story and so much more coming up in just minutes. For now, Andrea, back to you.
What a crazy video. Thanks so much, Lorraine. But first, coming up next. A Philly sports fan is putting his tattooed torso to good use. Photos of Rob Dunphy's tattoos went viral last week when the Eagles played the Green Bay Packers. And as Mariti Marungi explains, all that attention gave his tattoo artist an inspired idea. So he's very proud of those tattoos. And now turning to another good cause, Oprah Winfrey announced she will donate $1.15 million to help minority students go to college. Very, very adorable. Wishing them the very best. And that does it for us in this first hour of Unews. But remember to stick around. We still have much more information coming up next in hour 2 with Lorraine Cáceres. I'm Andrea Linares, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.